Visit umuc.edu.
You're watching the station that's working for you. Now, WMAR-2 News at 6.
A controversial arrest caught on camera. What was captured that led to the charges being dropped?
I have seen the accident scene. I can only describe it as horrific.
A school field trip turns tragic. A bus ripped apart after colliding with a dump truck, and we're told some people did not make it.
And the rain's still coming down. How flooding is impacting people living in Frederick County tonight.
All right, welcome in at 6 o'clock. Time for the news with Kelly Swoop. I'm Jamie Costello. Charges are now dropped against an Anne Arundel County man after police body cameras raise questions over his arrest.
Yeah, it happened after a fight outside of an Annapolis bar back in March. WMAR-2 News' Jeff Hager has more on whether the suspect was actually a victim in this case.
Police say the young man tried to interfere with an arrest, while the suspect claims an officer pepper sprayed him for no reason. And police body cameras paint a disturbing picture of how he came to be charged. A fight at a city dock bar in Annapolis brought police to this chaotic scene on March 10th, and the officers' cameras tell part of the story. Not of how a young man allegedly tussled with an officer, but how one of his fellow officers came to pepper spray 23-year-old Ryan Greenstreet. You can hear him pleading his case on this recording.
I walked outside and got hit in the face. That's not right.
Greenstreet later told his attorney, John H. Robinson, a similar account.
Mr. Greenstreet was minding his own business. Someone he knew was in an altercation in the street. Mr. Greenstreet was literally in a doorway and turned to watch what was going on when he got pepper sprayed.
When Robinson watched the footage from the police body cameras, he found the officer who sprayed him suggesting his client hadn't done anything wrong.
Is someone getting arrested too?
No. I guess he's his friend, so he was kind of like walking over to see what's going on. But I was like, everybody a little too close to go back everybody else. Yeah.
The officer reiterated that Greenstreet was blameless in the minutes that followed, not once, but twice.
I'm not really comfortable charging.
But you're comfortable with spraying them?
What followed would ultimately sink the case against Greenstreet, as officers tried to come up with some way to charge him.
Well, are we going to charge him with assault, interference, hindrance, something? I mean, we sprayed him. Well, I think he did the right thing. He just needs to articulate it the right way.
Correct.
When the suspect showed up for trial this week, prosecutors dropped the charge after watching the body cam video.
It appears that there were conversations in trying to come up with something to charge this young man with, because he was pepper sprayed for no reason, which is an assault. It's also a violation of their use of force regulations. And if it is a violation of their use of force, then the officers are subjected to internal discipline, potential criminal charges, civil liability. So it looks like they were just circling the wagons. It's the cover-up that always gets you.
A spokesperson with the Annapolis Police Department says there is now an internal investigation underway into the arrest.
You know, Frederick County, they have a baseball team out there. It's called the Frederick Keys. It's more like the Frederick Keys is like the Florida Keys because of the rain that's just been devastating and showing us flooding. The city and the county have already declared states of emergency, and homes and businesses are flooded out. Roads are washed away. WMAR-2 News' Abby Isaacs has been talking with people out there in Frederick all day and tells us what they're up against.
Well, some residents have just been trying to salvage what they can from their basements after devastating flooding. You can see here in downtown Frederick, Baker Park is completely flooded. Frederick resident Rami Kellner could do nothing but watch her yard and basement fill with water Tuesday and Wednesday nights. She lost thousands of dollars of stuff, and she's not alone. The city's mayor held a press conference to make sure people are prepared for even more rain throughout the weekend.
These have obviously been a very difficult 48 hours so far, and the challenge with the weather forecast is that we don't anticipate that it's going to significantly change.
Another issue that's cropped up because of the flooding, goldfish. They were illegally dumped into the lake last summer and have since multiplied. Now they're all over the area because the lake overflowed.
A lot of live fish, unfortunately some dead fish, and people have been think going in and trying to collect the fish.
They're expecting rain for a few more days, so just a couple safety reminders. Avoid standing water on roads, check on your neighbors, and if you do catch a goldfish, take it home with you. They're an invasive species and they don't belong out here in the lakes. In Frederick, Abby Isaacs, WMAR-2 News.
All right, Mike Taylor, hopefully the folks there in Frederick are going to get some relief pretty times soon.
Unfortunately, no. We are expecting another 36 hours of the rain, and it's going to be even heavier. The time of concern will be late tonight and once again into Friday. That appears to be the wettest day this week. And it's hard to believe that after we've been dealing with the repeated nature of this forecast. There's a check of the numbers. We're holding steady, near 70 degrees area-wide, but we have a blanket of cloud cover, very heavy rain just south of the city, Cape St. Clair, also Centerville. In fact, let me show you what the radar is looking like right now. There's some coastal flood watches. I'm thinking that's going to be an issue as well for many locations along the bay. From Annapolis to Chester to Centerville, you're going to be dealing with some coastal flooding potentially. But the main story thus far has been Frederick, and now we're dealing with the second phase of this where the rivers are starting to crest as well, going into that flood stage. The flood watch remains in effect for the rest of today into tomorrow. For the rest of this evening, if you have any outdoor plans, it goes without saying at this point, you'll need the rain gear handy. We're expecting more rain to linger into tonight. Coming up in that 7-day forecast, we'll show you when this pattern finally breaks away some.
Any parent that sends their kid on a field trip, this hits home, man. A heartbreaking tragedy. A school bus taking children on a field trip collided with a dump truck today, and police say a teacher and a student were killed. More than 40 others were hurt. The bus was ripped apart, as you can see. It was knocked on its side. The crash happened on Interstate 80 in Mount Olive, New Jersey. No word yet on what caused the crash, and as soon as we learn any more on this, we'll bring it right to you. A family is desperate to find a missing 13-year-old Laurel girl. Jaden Alford was last seen after school at Patuxent Valley Middle on Tuesday. She was wearing a gray shirt, dark basketball shorts. Police believe she may be with 16-year-old Michael Cheeks, who has been reported missing in Prince George's County. If you've seen her, call 911.
A close call for a Baltimore County officer Monday night. Police say that a Woodline officer was shot at late Monday night when he tried to question two men who matched the description of a 911 call. One of the men shot at the officer as he got out of his squad car. Thankfully, the gunman struck the car and not the officer. The officer then chased after the pair, but the man with the gun got away. Eventually, Baltimore County police caught the gunman nearby.
They did gain information that the suspect, when he was fleeing from police at some point, had hid the gun and called his girlfriend and gave her instructions of where to come, and they caught her a few hours later.
And so shortly after, police arrested the girlfriend who had the gun wrapped up in a T-shirt. 25-year-old Kawandale Deshaun Richardson and 20-year-old Moesha Washington now face charges of attempted murder and accessory to a crime after the fact.
The running mate of the late Kevin Kamenetz says she's going to run for governor in his place. Valerie Irvin announced her decision today before the 5 p.m. deadline. She will take over for the Baltimore County executive who died suddenly last week from cardiac arrest. She chose Marisol Johnson as her running mate, who's a former Baltimore County School Board member. Irvin joins a crowded primary with 8 other candidates vying for the Democratic nomination to take on Republican Governor Larry Hogan. She's a former member of the Montgomery County Council. The Maryland primary is set for June the 26th.
You know, people change jobs all the time, but when they can't be replaced right away, obviously that can be a problem, especially when it comes to catching your next flight. Well, we're not talking about...
They're the ones keeping the skies moving. Every day, more than 2.2 million passengers arrive mostly on time. Beneath all the flights that go in and out of airports every day, there's a growing problem.
Right now, we're at a 30-year low of certified controllers in the system.
Here's why the FAA has a problem. They're losing people faster than they can replace them. Last year, 1,848 controllers left the job. The FAA hired 1,880 new people to be controllers. We broke down some of the numbers and found only 1,145 actually passed the Control Training Academy and became controllers.
Controllers are working more and more overtime, then safety will become an issue. And unfortunately, the only thing that might remedy it might be some kind of incident where it will raise awareness of safety, and then they'll take a closer look at the numbers.
Carmen Reel knows the pressures of being up in the tower. He was an air traffic controller for a few decades. Now he teaches at Metro State University of Denver.
Sometimes you're going to work a midnight shift and then a day shift and then an evening shift. And that can lead to a controller that's not working at a fine edge anymore.
Paul Rinaldi is the president of the National Air Traffic Controllers Association. He says we've already seen problems stemming from not having enough controllers.
We have seen some situations last summer where we didn't have enough controllers at the facility, where airlines did cancel flights.
The next several years, according to the FAA's own projections, don't show an easy fix. The FAA tells me they've exceeded their hiring goals, and they will keep hiring.
Well, we'll keep trying to keep up with attrition, and we haven't been able to do that.
Right now, at any given moment, there are around 2,500 controllers who are getting ready to retire.
You will have some delays on the ground, maybe even holding in the air, depending on what the staffing looks like at the facility.
I'm Jace Larson reporting.
Swimming-related illnesses from hotel pools, what you need to look out for.
And a search for a missing donkey. That's right, how May got away and where she was last spotted. You're watching WMAR-TV News at 6.
Get a drum roll, please. Why is he looking at me like that? What kind of show is this, sir? This is my new favorite thing.
Watch Kimmel weeknights after WMAR-2 News at 11.
There's a whole lot going on at Baltimore's #1 selling Chevy dealer. In fact, with great deals and huge Kuhn Chevy savings, this could be our biggest Kuhn Chevy May savings event ever. Kuhn's White Marsh Chevrolet. Find new roads.
Meet Duo, a stylish sofa by Lazy Boy. And it's not just great looking, it reclines. Surprised?
I was.
Discover Duo by Lazy Boy. Live life comfortably.
My love affair with Laundry City began in Baltimore City. Today, I live in Howard County, Dad's in Anne Arundel County, and my sister is in Baltimore County.
We all use Laundry City's free pickup and delivery service for our comforters and laundry.
After soccer games and homework, I don't have time to do laundry. I leave it to the professionals at Laundry City.
Father, have I sinned? I have a washer and dryer, but I love Laundry City.
My child, I am also in love with Laundry City.
How do you show up?
Let's go.
Do you just bring it? Or do you bring it all?
Lucas, we gotta go.
Third row, like a pro.
Current owners switch to GMC and get $6,200 purchase allowance on a GMC Acadia SLE1 when you finance through GM Financial. Or get this low-mileage lease on this 2018 GMC Acadia for around $259 per month.
What I love about Patient First is I never need an appointment to see a doctor when I'm sick or hurt.
What I love about Patient First is they're open from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year.
I love that there's always a doctor on duty, and the staff is so friendly.
They accept nearly all insurance plans.
And x-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are all right there.
What I love about Patient First is they're now in my neighborhood.
Patient First, urgent care, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year.
Nationwide Nissan's Memorial Day 500 sales event starts now. Drive a new Nissan Rogue Sport for only $129 a month. Tweet us a photo of you and your vehicle, and we'll send you a $500 coupon. Check out all our great deals at nationwideauto.com. And you get Nationwide for life, a lifetime engine guarantee, free oil changes, loaner vehicles, plus free car washes and manicures during the Memorial Day 500 sales event at Nationwide Nissan in Timonium.
Mercedes-Benz of Catonsville. Mercedes-Benz of Catonsville. Mercedes-Benz of Catonsville. Mercedes-Benz of Catonsville.
Mercedes-Benz of Catonsville. We're a whole new way to buy Mercedes-Benz.
Think you only tipped 15%? Think again. Digital checkouts do the math for you, but could leave you paying more. What you need to look out for the next time you get the check. High-tech tipping, tonight at 11 on WMAR-2 News.
Stay ahead of the delays with my time saver traffic weekdays on Good Morning Maryland.
You're watching WMAR-2 News with Jamie Costello and Kelly Swoop.
All right, we had a warning from the CDC just as you're planning your summer vacation.
Annie Taylor with what you need to know before you jump into that hotel swimming pool.
We wait months for it to be summer, and a lot of us are going on summer vacation. I don't know about you, but I love a hotel pool. Except now that the CDC just released their new statistic, I'm a little nervous to dip my toes in the water.
They can look luxurious, pristine, and oh so inviting. But 1 in 3 swimming-related illnesses come from hotel pools and hot tubs, making us sick, causing rashes and ruining our vacations. The bacteria getting some of us sick at hotel pools, hot tubs, and water parks is called Cryptosporidium. Basically, it's a parasite that's tough enough to survive in even well-maintained pools. Oh, and have you ever seen that green algae on the sides of pools that build up? That's caused by Pseudomonas and Legionella bacteria, which can survive disinfectants. So what's the point of chlorine? Well, after speaking with a pool maintenance expert, he tells me chlorine kills 95% of bacteria, which is still a lot. Back to those 3 bacterias it doesn't kill. Over the past 15 years, it's gotten 27,000 people sick and has been linked to 8 deaths. Here's what to look out for. The cute little babies swimming with their parents in diapers. If the kid is sick with diarrhea, those diapers won't keep the bacteria out. Same goes for adults who are sick. Most hotel pools are well maintained with the proper chemicals, but remember, many of them don't have lifeguards or someone of authority on duty watching out for these situations.
At the end of the day, you gotta swim at your own risk because it's summertime, it's hot, it's hard to avoid the pool, especially if you want to cool off.
I'm Annie Taylor reporting.
All right, how about some good news? Your electric bill's going to go down. BGE says the average customer will pay $11 less a month. This is going to start June the 1st. The price cut is due to the lowest electric commodity prices in a decade and lower distribution rates caused by the federal tax reform.
And it looks like you're going to need to save that $11 a month because more Americans worry they're not going to have enough money for retirement. More than a third of Americans say they're working freelance right now. A third of them say they're doing it to save for retirement. Up to a fifth of people say they plan to keep their side gigs as their main source of income in retirement. And part of the problem is having to pay down debt. The financial firm Betterment just put out this new survey. Governor Larry Hogan and the First Lady have expanded their family.
Here you go. Check it out. The Hogans rescued these 2 dogs from Barks. No word yet on their names. This picture was posted on social media. They are proud mama and papa, huh? That's great. And speaking of animals, guess what? A donkey disappeared in Cecil County. 7-year-old May was about to be put down, but was saved by Dorset Equine Rescue. Her owners say she slipped out of a barn in Cholera on Saturday. She was staying there before being taken up to Vermont.
We were treating this donkey's companion for pneumonia, and this donkey got so terrified of the people in her stall that she busted out of the stall.
Well, she says May is healthy, but May is afraid of people. And the concern is if she is chased, she may run right out there onto the road. May was last seen in someone's backyard. And I've been talking to the people today, and they said they called off the search. Didn't see May at all. They're very disappointed.
Well,
it's right around the Rising Sun area, so it's right near the elementary school where they saw her.
I guess if I thought somebody was coming to put me down, I'd be afraid too.
Yeah, old May.
Hopefully they will find May healthy.
It's raining out there.
Especially with the rain rising in some spots. As far as Frederick County, the only other report we had was actually in the Rising Sun area near Cecil County. Yep, that was one report dealing with the moisture and the water and the starting to pond on the roads. The rain tracker, well, it shows more of the same over the next 3 days, 100%, which means rain will either be likely or widespread and heavy at times for the rest of this evening, or more so for tonight into your Friday and also into Saturday. We're holding steady at around 67 degrees. The dew point's pretty close to the actual temperature. Winds are relatively light. That's creating a recipe for some fog out there, and it's also keeping the atmosphere very moist. Tropical setup here. High temp 68. The morning starts 63. You only see a 5-degree variation between the morning and afternoon. That's a classic example of the atmosphere we have in place with the cloud cover. Normal for us, we should at least reach 74, but the flash flood watch, or the flood watch, remains in effect into tomorrow night. No change there, and the evidence is still on radar. We have a heavy band that we've been showing over the last hour, very slow moving, and it could cause some problems near Annapolis, near areas like 301, also 50 from Easton to Centerville up towards Chestertown. Very slow moving band of heavy rain. And also we're dealing with the flood warnings, which extend not only for Frederick, but also for areas going down towards Rockville near Washington, D.C. And the rain will continue. We have another round arriving later tonight, And this stationary front has plenty of evidence, from the cloud cover to the moisture, how it's just sitting right over Maryland and the mid-Atlantic. We're sandwiched between several weather systems. Here's the stationary boundary, area of low pressure pumping tropical moisture north, and this high pressure is blocking it, and we're having a convergence right over Maryland, and it's that frequent lift in the atmosphere that's bringing the atmosphere out, producing all of this rain. So that pattern is not going to break this evening, so keep the umbrella handy if you're going to be heading out. Be aware of ponding on the roads and the sidewalks. Turn around, don't drown. That's going to be the name of the game over the next 36 hours here. So for the bus stop forecast, another soggy start to the day. Rain will be heavy in the morning. When we're thinking it's going to turn into an off and on nature, the flood threat will remain throughout the day on Friday. Friday afternoon, we'll still have some showers around. The flood threat once again will remain into your Friday night. So umbrellas again, high temp around 66 degrees. And then looking at Futurecast, it puts it in perspective here. We're going to have a brief reprieve for a second, and then here's that secondary wave that begins to push in late tonight. We're thinking this will still be lingering around, creating some ponding scenarios for the rush hour commute for Friday morning. So I'd say allow some extra time here, just based on the amount of heavy rain that we're still anticipating. And once again, the ground is saturated, so a lot of this is not going to run off the way it's supposed to. Futurecast brings another opportunity of seeing some heavy rain for your Friday night. So this is a multiple succession event where the stationary front is parked right on top of us. We're not going to see much by means of the sunshine. We'll see multiple rounds of rain. And as we get into Saturday, another heavy round, but here, now we're getting into the Preakness timeline. That heavy batch of rain begins to push north. We may be able to get some peaks of sunshine here, which could boost our numbers up back into the 70s where they belong. But with the sunshine and the instability, that means we'll change it up where we have an opportunity of seeing some storms on Saturday. So even though we're not expecting a washout all day for Saturday, the chance of storms going to be there for Preakness as well. So your Friday forecast will be more of the same, showers and storms, temperatures below average, courtesy of those clouds. And then as we jump ahead into your Saturday, a high temp of 74, showers will still be around, better chance of actually seeing some sunshine as we get into your Sunday with the chance of some rain, and then yet another stationary boundary was set up for this time next week, keeping the opportunities for rain and storms around for next Monday, Tuesday, and even Wednesday.
All right, thanks a lot, Mike.
World News Tonight with David Muir is next.
That's right, and here's a look at some of the top stories you can expect to see at 6:30.
Tonight, the run-up to the historic summit, the threat to walk away, the demands, what's happening behind the scenes, how will the White House respond? Plus, countdown to the royal wedding. World News Tonight with David Muir, America's most watched newscast.
Like us on Facebook and see how WMAR-2 News is working for you.
It's May, and at Next Day Floors, we are celebrating moms all month long. Next Day Floors always has the lowest prices guaranteed on brand name carpet, hardwood, laminate, and vinyl. And now through May 31st, get free premium pad with every carpet purchase or a free area rug with any hard surface purchase. Plus, take advantage of 24 months, no interest financing. Simply visit one of our 6 Baltimore area showrooms or call us and we'll come to you.
Next Day Floors, we come to you. Call 800-916-6112.
Nobody does a Memorial Day sale better than Price Busters. Nobody. Hurry in for big discounts and low payments. 7-piece living room, just $23 payments. It's all in stock. Buy it today, get it today, and paid later, much later. Plus free delivery at Price Busters Furniture.
Buying a Hyundai, the brand with the lowest 5-year cost to own, is smart. Buying right now during the Hyundai Memorial Day event, well, that's genius. For a limited time only, you'll find special savings on every Hyundai sedan and SUV. And they're all backed by America's best warranty. 10 years, 100,000 miles. Buy your new Hyundai now during the Hyundai Memorial Day event. Smart never looked so good. Now get a new Elantra with 0% APR plus $1,000 bonus cash or up to $2,500 total savings. Hurry in today.
All right, Turner. I'll be right back.
Okay, see you in a minute.
Be right back. $3 service fee.
Where is he? Oh, not again.
New tires and a wash on me, buddy.
Oh, boy.
Now at NTB and Merchants, buy 3 tires, get 1 free with paid standard installation on Goodyear, Continental, Cooper, Nitto, and more. Plus, receive a $50 rebate when you use your store credit card at NTB and Merchants.
And this day started so well.
This is me.
This is me.
this is me.
I'm Alex Curtis. I'm a lobsterman in Maine, and this is me.
I'm Ruth McLaughlin, and this is me.
I'm Eric Hopkins. I'm an artist, and this is me.
This is me.
Me.
This is me. This is me.
This is me.
At the end of the journey, the main thing is you. Original.
Want to know why Laundry City is Maryland's only 5-star laundromat?
I am Laundry City. I manage the shuttle service. I do free pickup and delivery of your laundry wherever you are, or I'll pick you up to do your laundry at our facility.
I am Laundry City. I wash, dry, and neatly fold your clothes, all in one day.
I am Laundry City. I keep the entire store spotlessly clean.
I am Laundry City. I guarantee free drying all the time.
Visit us at 5200 Moravia Road or at laundrycity24.com.
Are you or someone that you love addicted to opioids or other substances? Please reach out. Call Baltimore County Department of Health and Human Services, 410-88-REACH.
All right, tonight at 11, here's a tip for you. If you're paying your bill at a digital checkout, you could be spending more money than you even expected. We've got some tips for you before you pay out more than you bargained for. Join us at 11 tonight for WMAR-2 News.
Don't know if you've heard this, but Grammy and Academy Award-winning rapper Common is coming to town. He's going to perform at a concert in support of Baltimore City State's Attorney Marilyn Mosby's re-election campaign in June. He's no stranger to our city. Common filmed his movie Love as well as a video here in Baltimore.
All right. Election season is upon us.
Primary coming up.
And we've got more tonight on the lieutenant governor who was on the list to run with Kevin Kamenetz.
That's right, Valerie Irvin.
Yeah, and so she has said, I'm going to run.
All right. That's it for us. You can always get the latest news online at WMAR2news.com.
World News with David Muir is up next. We'll see you tonight at 11.
Now at Gardner Wolf, get our lowest holiday prices and $100 off. Plus, choose a discount.
Don't miss free events like beach fireworks.
The corners of a city street, a table and a cafe seat. My home team is everywhere I go. You're everywhere, got you M-A-R. Everywhere I roam. You're everywhere, got you everywhere. Everywhere I go. Go, everywhere I go.
Horrific scene, the deadly school bus crash packed with fifth graders on a field trip.